Weirdos. It's Thursday again. I'm Christopher, and as always, I'm joined by...
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And this podcast is for Weirdos.
Anyway, what are we doing?
Today?
We are talking about dowsing rods.
Ooh.
What's that?
Oh, whatever.
That's what I was going to ask y'all. What do y'all know?
Well, I know we played with them in Kristen's office.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
Once
Kristen
again,
owns dowsing rods.
in her purse. They were
lived
in her purse. We sat. Sarah and I sat on her floor, and we played with dowsing rods.
I have a picture of Christopher on my on my phone where he looks like truly just the littlest boy.
The littlest boy.
The littlest boy with the dowsing rods. Just like...
I know that they're used to find water.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know anything about how they work.
I know that they were initially a tool that turned into a paranormal tool, like many a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about...
They've always been kind of mystical, though.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
So
I don't know much more. I think we've exhausted the things I do know.
Yeah, we're going to get into the history of it. I don't super touch on the, how they work mechanically.
Okay.
Because there's so
it's
much history
magic.
and there is contention on whether or not... We'll get into it a little bit.
Whether or not they're magic. My hands
whether or not they're
smell like
magic
chicken.
or they're mundane. So, what is it physically?
What are
There's a couple different materials that you can use. Or I guess there's a couple different shapes you can use.
Okay.
You can do one object that is forked, so like a V shape,
Uh-huh.
and you hold both ends of it.
Uh-huh.
You can have one straight twig.
Uh-huh.
You can have two twigs
Uh-huh.
tied together at the end.
Uh-huh.
Or you can have two twigs individual not touching.
Great.
Those are your options.
V shape. Straight stick. Two straight stick tied together.
Yep.
Two straight stick separate.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So the most common ones that you're going to see for purchasing now are two straight sticks,
Yeah.
not tied together. And they're most of the time metal nowadays.
Yeah.
But the oldest kinds have just been twigs off of trees.
Stick.
Stick.
Stick from ground.
So there's a number of kinds of woods that people swear by. They're like, this is the best kind of wood to use for,
Dowsing.
yeah, for water witching or whatever.
I like that.
Yeah, water witching is a cool term.
I like that, Picasso.
Picasso. So popular kinds of wood: peach, willow, hazel, witch hazel, fruit trees, and also any kind of tree you have access to.
Yeah. Hazel makes sense because, you can make... And willow was one you said, too,
Yeah.
right? Because willow's a popular weaving,
Mm-hmm.
as is
it
hazel.
is bendy,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
And there's other types. There's metal ones. Historically, gold and silver have been used for specific purposes.
Were they for finding gold and silver?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think yours are copper.
I think these are copper. Surprise, we have a pair.
Surprise!
They
If
have
you're-
a
They
fancy,
should be, I
a
believe.
fancy little bag.
I believe they are almost 100% copper.
If you're actually
think they are.
surprised that we have these, you should be, because they were delivered by Amazon mere hours ago.
So we have a pair. They are a tube with wire.
You got opinions already.
I'm not holding the base of the... The
Those are
rods.
dowsing rods.
These are dowsing rods. You can pass them around, play with them. I don't know.
Paranormal fidget toy.
Other materials: oxhorn, ivory,
Ooh.
and specific. One odd one that I came across was a buggy whip. So, the paper.
Do what?
The paper that I looked at for a lot of this history was from.
Sticks.
Let me scroll down. It was from a U.S.
Fidget toy.
agency.
Just being aggressive with our toys.
Yeah, it's a paranormal fidget toy. This is my first ever paranormal equipment that I ever really played with.
Yeah, it
Was
was my
there?
it was my first real paranormal equipment that I ever played with.
Yeah.
Sitting.
Man, that one's really just.
Let me get the
Never
date on
mind.
it.
I said something and now it's moving.
Pulling up the PDF so I can give you the right.
It told me to stop.
Shh.
They.
It told you to shut the fuck up.
These ones have opinions.
Shut the fuck up, Kevin. Quit hitting me.
So, from the Department of the Interior, with the United States Geological Survey, this is a water supply paper numbered 416.
Water supply paper 416.
Yeah, it is a governmental
No, I know. I was saying it like it was a
paper
Bible
from
verse.
1917.
1917.
1917, and it is. I
These
think
are actually really nice.
they're.
They were
yeah.
not that expensive.
These are fairly nice dowsing rods.
Let me see how many actual pages of information this is before, because it's got a huge bibliography
Yeah.
that we could definitely dive into later. So it's 25 pages of history, and the other 29 pages are bibliography of other shit that this guy read to write this paper,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Because he's very serious about it, and he's not taking the piss. Like he's
Right.
being very genuine about it.
This is real.
And so a buggy whip. I did save a picture so we can put it on Instagram for
Perfect.
reference of what the fuck a buggy whip is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was to like
It's for
when
carriage
driving
horses.
horses.
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is it like the one that has like a solid end, like
Yes.
a riding
yeah,
crop?
it's got like a stick. No, it's got a stick and then
oh,
like a
yes. I know what we're talking about.
like,
Like
a
a
string
carriage
at
whip.
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cat toy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a cat toy.
I have one of those at home.
Yeah.
So we have half a page of different purposes.
Great.
Yes.
Um,
Tell me all of them. Go.
we have finding water,
Yep.
finding mineral deposits,
Yep.
hidden treasure,
Yep.
hidden criminals,
Yep. What?
hidden criminals,
Yep.
spirit communication,
Correct.
locating all sorts of shit.
Got there.
Find lost landmarks and reestablish property borders.
Cute.
Cure diseases. I don't touch on that at all.
Good.
Track lost domesticated animals.
Aw.
Your puppy ran away.
Homeward bound.
You can find it with dowsing rods. Immunity against ill fortune when you just have them. You have them, you display them. No ill fortune.
I'm safe.
Locate wells, which is
Find water.
finding
Find
water. Trace underwater streams, which is finding water but specific.
Yeah. Finding water
Um,
and then following it.
Yeah. Determining how much water is at a drilling site. The depth of water or ore. Or.
Or.
I wrote that down and
Or,
was like,
or.
I know we're gonna
Or.
determine
Or.
cardinal directions.
Determine cardinal directions.
Yeah.
Which way's north? I mean,
This way.
It's right.
It is right. Determine the height of trees.
Ow.
I'm assuming some Pythagorean theorem shit.
A math.
A math.
Math's
and
involved.
I just quoted this because I could not figure out what the fuck it meant. Analyze ores and waters. I don't know if that means, is this safe to drink? Or
Yeah.
like what the fuck that meant.
Probably like if it analyzes, if it can tell you where ore deposits are, you can determine what kind of minerals could be in the water or in the ores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is my gander
Or oars.
or
We're gonna jump into the history now.
Huzzah! History.
So, do y'all have? Don't look at the notes, because I'm gonna ask if you can guess how early we have.
Mesopotamia.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like orally.
Orly?
Orly.
Or Orly?
So the first written things that we know we have is from the Bible. So we have the smiting of the rock. Like dowsing definitely existed before this.
Yeah.
Because
So do people.
they did not create this. But so people reference the smiting of the rock from Numbers 20:11, where Moses struck a rock twice
book of
with
the
a
Bible.
staff.
What?
It's the 4th book of the Old Testament.
Thank you.
Where he struck a rock twice
Uh-huh.
with a staff, and water
Water.
sprung from the rock.
Yes. That one I do know.
Um,
It's really funny whenever a Bible thing is referenced because I get to be the audience member who goes, I don't know what that means. But I don't usually have to ask because Mackenzie sees me go and fills me in.
yeah.
Very early in
Yeah.
the Bible.
Early.
There are a couple other mentions of rods and staffs that were used for divination, like in Hosea 4:12. My people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declareth unto them. So somebody was using a
Something.
a stick
A
of
stick
some sort.
kind to declare unto them.
Hosea is at the end of the Old Testament.
Thank you.
And then we have Ezekiel, the king of Babylon, stood at the parting of the way at the head of two ways to use divination. He made his arrows bright. And so I'm assuming he was using some sort of arrow
Yeah.
to decide which direction to go.
Yeah.
And that was Ezekiel 21:21. And then there's also, of course, the mention of the Egyptians in Pharaoh's house, like the magicians turning their staffs to serpents, which is tangential. They were using staffs for some sort of
Yeah.
magic.
I didn't think it was magicians. I thought it was Aaron.
I don't think Aaron did. I thought it was his magicians.
Aaron's
Fair.
involved in that story because it's Aaron, the brother of Moses.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway,
All those Old Testament books.
yeah, a bunch of Old Testament books. The Scythians, you know them?
Yes.
The nomadic horse people.
Yeah. Isn't it Scythian?
Maybe. Is it Scythian?
I don't actually know how it's said.
I don't know. I look at the word a lot and I
Yeah.
go, mhm.
Yeah. I also look at that word a lot.
I
and
go, I know the shape of that word.
Yeah, I know what that word means. I
Yeah.
don't know how to say it. Either Scythian or Scythian. Who knows?
Who could say? Not me.
Not me.
I can't say it.
No.
Obviously.
Carry on.
They detected perjurers by use of rods.
Crime.
They were like, well, you fucking lied.
You
the
lied.
the
and we
rods said
have,
you lied.
and we have the sticks to prove it.
Yeah. And that's it. That's it for them.
Great.
Now,
So it's okay that we didn't know how to say their name.
Yep.
They
I
had
think
one
our conversation.
bullet.
I think our conversation about how to say their name took longer than the point.
Correct.
Tracks for us.
The ancient Greeks. There are some words that I'm going to say that
You got this.
I don't think I do.
You do. I believe in you. Go. Try.
Rhabdomancy.
Yeah, you got it. That's
Yeah.
exactly how you say that.
That's a big word.
Sometimes you just gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah. Believe.
You just gotta believe.
So rhabdomancy is a strange word because it did not originate from Greek.
No.
it was
That
derived
sounds Latin as fuck.
it was derived from a Latin word and then reassigned to Greek to like backtrack and be like, well, they did this.
Right.
All of the functional ways that we know of to do rhabdomancy, which is divination through using sticks, is not how the ancient Greeks did
Did it?
theirs.
So we shouldn't call it that.
So it's still called
Domancy.
rhabdomancy. So the first part, rhabdos,
Uh-huh.
does come from patristic Greek, which is biblical Greek, Hellenistic Greek, Common Attic, has a bajillion different names,
yeah.
but not classical Greek.
Right.
And none of the practices associated with the word in English are at all related to Greek practices.
Phenomenal.
But there were a couple gods that used rods. Circe and Hermes. Circe, I guess, not really a god. I think
She's a
just
witch.
a witch.
Sometimes considered a goddess or a nymph.
Yeah.
She's
But-
she is a demigod, but
She's not good.
she's a witch.
She and Hermes both did magic with
I'm not a
rods or wands or
I'm your wife.
I'm not a witch. I'm your wife.
I'm your wife. Onto the ancient Romans. We're going to talk about a specific instrument from the Romans called the litus. Litus.
How's it spelled?
Lituus.
Us.
Litus.
Yeah. Like or us. Like
Us.
continuum, which has
Yeah.
two, is
Lituus.
Yeah, so it would be lituus or lituus.
Okay.
Probably.
So the litus.
Again, the Latin that I know I taught myself. So
Fair. So the litus was a ritual wand associated with the sky.
yeah.
It was used by the augurs.
The bird guys.
And it was the official symbol of the office of the augurs.
Yeah.
That like marked them as priests.
Oh, then I know what that is. I didn't know that
The
that
like
had a
curly
name.
Q.
Yeah, I didn't know that had a name.
Yeah, it's a litus.
I was like, that's an auger
Lit-
stick.
lit- yeah.
It's an auger
Not incorrect. So
Billy Mays here for the awesome auger. Different kind of auger. Technically, that's augur. The
but
kind of
so-
auger that
like
the
for
birds-
augury,
Yeah, like augury,
Yeah.
which is bird divination,
birdination.
birdination, and not like inside of birds, outside of birds. They watch birds. They're just professional bird watchers who then determined meaning from what the birds were.
Hey, guess what?
deduced.
What?
The litus
Yeah.
were used to mark out a templum, which is a ritual space in the sky through which birds crossing through would be read for divination.
Yeah. It's their cloud writing stick.
Yeah.
They
There's-
lay on the ground.
It's their very, very special stick.
They lay on the ground. I was gonna lay back, and then I realized I wouldn't be talking to my mic. They lay on the ground. They look up at the sky. They draw a little square with their stick. They hold hands with their best friend, and they go.
I saw a bird. Did
Do you
you
think
see that
any
bird?
birds are gonna come by? Lucius, do you think any birds are gonna come by? I don't know, Marcus. This is my
Antonius,
headcanon.
do you think?
Do you think?
Anyways, just like we did Greek gods and figures with powerful stick
Sticks.
implements, we have Minerva and Mercury, who also used sticks for magic.
Yes.
Minerva,
who my cat is named after.
Yeah. And so there is, as of ancient Rome, mixed reviews going, I don't fucking believe this shit.
I love that.
That's very, very ancient Rome of that.
Yeah. So the poet Ananias was talking about a person who had spoken to a diviner for a fee, and he was like, I will pay you of the treasures which you enable me to find. Basically being like, if your shit is correct, which it ain't,
Yeah.
I'll pay you.
I'll pay you. I'll
Yeah.
pay you for whatever I find.
Yeah, I'll pay you for whatever I find with whatever I find.
Yeah. So now we're gonna move on. A pretty big jump to Marco Polo.
No?
Not as big of a jump as I thought we were going.
Not as huge of a jump.
I
but-
thought we were going like, and now it's time for the prospectors.
And no, yeah, no. They're
Time for we're going to the gold rush.
Minor 49.
Yeah, I was like, it's the 1840s. It's the
1840s.
gold rush.
Yeah, no, not quite. So Marco Polo, in his writings, described both the Chinese and the Turks using rods and arrows for divining,
That makes sense.
which is neat.
Arrows is cool.
Arrows is cool. He also mentioned that ancient Germans used specifically fruit tree branches, and Frisians
Yeah,
You-
fruit trees, yeah.
fruit
Yeah.
trees, yeah. And Frisians specifically used rods in their churches to detect murderers.
Murders.
I love the idea of just like there just being two dowsing rods set up over a fucking
So, like, the
pulpit,
pulpit?
over a pulpit, and then it's just like, and they're like, Steve,
Steven.
who'd you kill?
Heinrich.
Heinrich.
Heinrich, I've got questions.
So we are going to dig into ancient Germans.
We're
now.
digging.
We're digging.
Diggy
We're digging.
diggy.
Did
They
find
sure
them?
were digging.
Did we find them with our dowsing rods, and now we're digging a well?
Yeah.
Great.
So
Who did we find? The ancient Germans.
the ancient Germans.
Okay.
They're in there. They are in there. So they, the ancient Germans we are talking about specifically were in the Harz Mountains.
Okay.
They pioneered modern mining. They were using the first water wheels in the 10th and 11th centuries.
That's cool.
They had functional mines up to like 60 meters as of the 13th century. Wow. Yeah, they're pretty neat. And their first mining boom was between 1200 and 1360.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they were digging mostly for silver ore.
Yeah.
The Black Death almost completely like stopped mining operations in the region because everybody was dying.
Right.
It's like the Black Death stopped a lot of things almost permanently.
Do I know something
Yeah.
fucking crazy? Guess what we're talking about next episode?
Fuck yeah, brother. So their mines ended at about 60 meters, which was the technological limit of the time. Like,
Yeah.
there was not going to be a way that they were going to be able to have what they needed to go further.
Yeah.
And so they specifically did write down how they were using sticks to decide where to put
Mines.
mines. So they were using a forked branch,
Yeah.
so a V-shaped branch, holding both ends of the stick in their hands. Two ends grasped, one in each hand with palms upward. The arms of the holder were then brought to the side of the body, so the forked rod was held somewhat unstable equilibrium, and the diviner set forth on his quest in old time.
Oh, so they were holding it like this. Like their hands weren't closed.
Yeah.
They were resting the ends in their palm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And they would, they had prayers and certain
Right. Rituals.
ritual to go along with it. And so then we get into Georgius Agricola's De Re Metallica, which was somewhere in the 1530s to like almost 1560. Was being written and maybe published and maybe not.
Got it.
Somewhere in that chunk. Somewhere in that 30 years. Which is allegedly the first published description of using rods for divining. in 4 metals.
Right.
So there were different kinds of twigs assigned for each metal. Hazel twigs were for silver, ash was for copper, pitch pine was for lead, and tin, mostly tin. Iron or steel was to find gold.
Okay. We're spending money on it. It's to find gold.
Yeah. And so he describes grasping the forks of the twig with hands. So, like, 2 hands holding them.
Grasp it firmly.
Firmly grasp it.
So it's sometimes using your fingers to help balance it.
Yeah.
Grasped, but like holding fingers in line with the sticks to help balance upwards.
Yeah.
And, quote, they wander hither and thither at random through mountainous regions.
Hither and thither.
Our dowsing rod is currently pointing at water.
Yeah.
Found it.
Found it.
It is said that the moment you walk over a vein, it'll twist. So they were using a V-shape twig that it would twist. So like it would
Yeah.
and then when you step off of it, it would untwist. And that's how you check.
Crazy.
Yeah. There was a warning. Don't hold it too hard or too soft.
Just right.
Just right. You'll drop it if you hold it too soft, and nothing will happen if you hold it too hard.
Right, because it can't wiggle.
Yeah. There are 5 things that they say are necessary for this to work.
Okay.
First, your twig must be the right size.
It's important.
You cannot have too large of a stick, or it's not going to do anything.
Okay.
2, the shape of the twig. It must be forked, or the vein will not turn it. You cannot go out with one stick, according to this guy.
Yeah.
It has to be a forked twig
Yeah.
that can turn. 3, the power of the vein will determine how much it twists. So if there is a lot, it'll twist more.
Yeah.
You have to hold the twig is number 4. You must hold it. And 5th, it can't be a weird stick. It's got to be very normal.
Normal ass
stick.
stick.
Yeah, the absence of impeding peculiarities.
Yeah.
Don't have a weird stick. No weird stick here. Normal stick. Normal stick, not big either.
Regular ass small stick.
No tree branches over here.
No
Little
branches. Stick, twig. So the next point that we see dowsing brought up in, I guess, popular culture at the time is Basileus Valentinus, a Benedictine monk of the 15th century who devoted 7 chapters of his second book to writing about how to use divining rods. Also, dowsing rods, traditionally more frequently called divining rods
Yeah.
throughout history. Dowsing is a fairly new term.
Divining rods.
So remember how we talked about those German miners earlier?
Yes.
Mere seconds ago.
Mere seconds ago.
Yeah.
But moments ago.
But moments ago. Between 1558 and 1603, Queen Elizabeth brought a bunch of German miners to Cornwall to help reinvigorate the economy there.
Yeah.
And so they
Sometimes you got to
began-
import some Germans.
Yeah, sometimes you got to import Germans to do
some mining.
mining. And so they brought their divining rods with them and taught the English to use them.
That tracks.
Yeah, and so
That's really cool.
we're getting really neat spreading of this tool.
Yeah.
And quote, everywhere it aroused controversy. So some people condemned it as superstitious and vain, without ever trying to do it.
Right.
And refuted arguments specifically by being like, well, it's demons. It's demons and you shouldn't do it. That's bad.
Right.
It's always demons. It's always demons.
Yeah. And so in response to, don't fucking use those, they're fucking demonic sticks. You're using sticks to talk with demons.
To demons.
An anti-demon prayer was added to the beginning.
Great.
So if
No demons touch my stick.
if you would like, excellent.
Sarah.
If you would like to know the anti-demon prayer, it's right here.
I
have it written.
I'm ready.
go ahead.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost, I adjure thee, Augusta Carolina, that thou tell me so pure and true as Mary the Virgin was, who bore our Lord Jesus Christ. How many fathoms is it from here to the ore?
It's not even just an anti-demon prayer. We're invoking the Lord to find the rocks.
Yeah.
These are Jesus rocks now.
Yeah, they're Jesus rocks. It's Jesus' very special gold.
Yeah.
And eventually, now that Cornwall has this tool and has started building up its own lore around it, Cornwall and the people using him near decided that, one, not demons.
Right.
Two, not just like the ore is doing like magnetic weird shit. No, it's pixies.
Pixies.
It's pixies.
Are you good?
I'm fine.
The pixies got him.
It's pixies moving the rods to show them
Where the rocks
where
are.
the pixies put
Put
the
the
ore in
ore.
the first place.
Because the pixies put it there.
Because
Because it's Cornwall.
they
Cornish.
this is a quote, the fairy custodians of the mineral treasures of the earth.
Fairy custodians.
So the fairies put
They put the rocks
they
there.
put the rocks there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the one who put them there in the first place. So of
So-
course they can tell you where they are. They put them there.
Yeah, they're telling you where they are with the rods.
Because they put them there.
Exactly.
Duh.
So now we're gonna talk about a pair of people.
A pair of pixies?
No, unfortunately.
Just
I
people.
only have one of their names, unfortunately, because it was a man and his wife.
Oh.
His wife's name was
His
not
wife.
recorded.
His wife's name was his wife.
Yeah. So the Baron de Beausoleil,
Okay.
or Jean-Jacques de Châtelet
Okay.
and his wife,
So Jean
Jean.
and his wife.
He was
Could be Jean.
could be
It is-
Jean.
It is Jean, but I'm saying
Jean-Jacques.
Jean.
Jean.
Yeah. Is Jean.
Jeannie.
Jean. Jacques. And then what's the rest of it?
De
Is it D-E or D-I?
D-E.
De?
Chattelet.
Chalet.
Yeah, Chalet.
Chalet.
Actually, maybe Chalet, because C-H-A-T is Sha.
Chalet.
Yeah.
The
Anyway.
pair of them were the foremost mining authorities of the late 1500s into mid 1600.
Wow.
Yeah. They traveled extensively through the mining regions of Europe and
That's cool.
even visited the United States.
Wow.
Well, it wasn't the United
They
States. It was
visited
the
the
Americas.
colonies. Yeah.
To study mining and to study how people were mining.
Crazy.
Yeah. He had commissions from dukes and emperors and even the Pope.
The Pope.
The Pope. His wife shared all of the responsibilities and honors, even though her name
And we
was
don't
not
know her
recorded.
Of course, her name wasn't recorded.
Yeah.
Her name, his wife.
So they were persecuted for many years because why are you doing this weird shit with
Rocks.
rocks
Rocks
and
and sticks.
specifically with rods?
Yeah.
Like doing like weird divining and witching of where ore is
Right.
using rods.
And it's like, well, it works, so that's
Um,
why.
You know, they put up with a lot of it. And sometime around 1642, so a year before they died, they were arrested
Oh,
and put in prisons.
no.
They were put in 2 different prisons.
That sucks.
They were arrested for crimes against the church.
They were arrested for doing sorcery,
Yeah.
which was
Illegal.
divining rods. Sorcery, and they died because of these.
Crime.
Even though the Pope commissioned them.
Correct.
A felon. Me.
Crimes against the church.
Crimes against the church.
But so the Baron was imprisoned in the Bastille,
yeah.
Oh, shit.
and his wife was in Vincennes.
This is before the storming of the Bastille. So.
Yes. And they died in prison about 1645. So I guess a couple. They were in there for
A couple
like
years.
3 years.
Which is crazy.
The next person on my list, Saint Therese of Avila.
Okay.
The Spanish,
A saint.
the Spanish Therese, not of the little flowers. So, in 1568, she was already a nun at the time. She was, I think, about to become like the head nun.
A mother superior.
A mother superior. If I'm remembering the story correctly. And she was offered a site to build a new convent.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the only thing wrong with it was there was no water supply on the site.
And she said, I got you. Give me some sticks and a dream.
Yeah, a guy, a friar, Friar Antonio.
Friar Tuck.
Yeah, Friar Tuck.
My brain went, Friar Lawrence.
So a Friar Antonio was like, let me at it.
I've got 2 sticks.
I have 1 stick.
I got a stick and a dream.
And so he was walking around with a stick, and then the stick started bobbing in what appeared to be the sign of the cross.
It was
And he was like, "There's water
It was doing
right
one
here."
of these.
Yeah. Because it was like a wooden stick, so it was
Yeah.
bendy, unlike our metal rods.
Yeah.
And so the quote says, "Really, I cannot be sure if it were the sign he made. At any rate, he made some movement with the twig, and then he said, 'Dig just here.' They dug, and a plentiful fount of water gushed forth, excellent for drinking,
Huzzah.
and it never ran dry."
Good job, Friar Antonio.
Friar Antonio
Friar Antonio.
What
with
a
his
dude.
water witching. And then we have the Jesuit father Gaspard Schott from 1659.
1659.
So like 90 years later. He denounced it. He denounced it as an instrument controlled by the devil. So this is the devil shit the second time.
Devil shit 2.0. The devil's in these sticks. God damn it! I don't.
And so for the next 100 years, it was hot. It was a hotly debated.
you
topic
can't do
in
that. The
church.
church said so. That one guy.
Yeah, the one guy in the church says it's the devil, and so everybody in the church argued about it for 100 years.
That tracks.
That sounds about on brand for the church.
Some people were like, okay, you can only use it on church property,
Okay.
and others were like, no, you cannot use it. If you use it, we're excommunicating you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is a special kind of insane.
Banana bread.
For 100 years, this shit was going on.
You can't do that. That's the devil. Okay, but like only at church.
Only at church you can do it with supervision.
No supervision, where the devil can't get you because you're at church.
Yeah. So,
Did you pray over your dowsing rods?
did you say the anti-devil prayer?
I didn't do shit. I just picked them up,
Yeah.
and they're spinning wildly.
So Gaspard Scott
It
shot.
is raining. They don't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah, it's water everywhere. Water everywhere, not a drop to drink.
So before he died, before the guy who was like, they're bad, don't use them. Before he died, he said it probably wasn't actually the devil.
A deathbed confession. I made it up.
Deathbed confession. I don't know about that. Because he said monks of great piety have used it with really marvelous success.
Yeah, no shit.
And affirm positively that the movement is entirely natural and that it does not at all proceed from dexterity or from the strength of imagination of the person who uses it.
Correct.
But he and a guy called Kircher were the first two to advance the theory that the movement of the rods is due to unconscious muscular action. Where it's like, well, you're not intentionally swinging it around.
Yeah.
But you know the answer in your brain. And you're like the you knowing where the water is in your cup, and you're making unconscious muscular movements
Right.
to make it point there.
Yeah.
That's the working
Okay,
theory.
then why is it pointing at my microphone 95% of the time?
I don't know. Next we have Matthias Vilnaeus, I think. We'll see. In 1671, made an account that the Mercury wand was like that's what he was calling divining rods, and was like,
Yeah.
no, they work, they're correct. And then 2 years after that, he goes, actually, it does not matter what you make your divining rods out of. He's the one that started using oxhorn and ivory and gold and silver, and like he tested them all. He tested every option he thought he could do.
And they all worked.
They all worked.
Doesn't matter. You just
He
need to
said
stick.
it actually does not matter what you use. They're all equally good.
Cool.
And a guy called de Chales, 1674, Jesuit priest. He said they only turn in certain people's hands, and they do pretty accurately tell you where ores and streams are. Ores and like underground streams.
That's crazy.
1675, J.C. Froman. He was a medical doctor. He says the movements are sleight of hand. They're fucking with you. They're fucking with you on purpose.
I promise I'm not.
1684, G.B. de San Roman, also a medical doctor, said the rods move because of the intense vibes that the minerals and underground water like gives off. I just thought
one doctor says you're fucking.
you're fucking
and
with
another
everybody.
doctor goes, no, it's the vibes.
It's the vibes.
Actually,
The rocks have really strong vibes,
actually, it's the vibes.
though.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny because they were both doctors and they had such wildly different opinions.
Yeah.
That, I mean, for the time.
Yeah.
Max.
Jacques,
Cousteau?
yeah, Aymar in 1692 from Dauphiny, France. He said he could trace fugitives with divining rods, and many newspapers talked about his successes.
That's crazy.
Great success.
Great success.
As
Maybe
late-
he's just a psychic.
Yeah. As late as 1703, he was employed during the French Civil War to point out Protestants with his divining rods for massacre. Protestant.
Yep.
There was a whole lot of skepticism with this guy.
Well, yeah, he was just pointing at Protestants and saying, "Kill them,
Kill them, but especially with his tracking down criminals.
Yeah,
A quote being, "It's quite possible that the diviner had obtained important clues before he was publicly set to work."
Right.
Yeah, of course he was.
He said, "I'm going to figure out who this is, and then I'm going to go, I can find him with my rods."
I can find him.
Just
with
like
my
we talked
mind.
about fraudulent mediums at one point.
Yeah.
Like, same.
Same. And then
Last week,
we're making
Last week.
we're making a 60-year jump
60-year job.
to a name that we know. Michael Faraday.
Hey,
He's
of the
He's here.
cage.
Yeah. I have in my notes, yes, the Faraday cage guy.
Guess who?
Faraday of the cage, who we talked about in the EMF episode.
And we've talked about him like 4 different times.
Yeah, we've talked to him. We've
not
talked to
We have
him?
not talked to him.
we've talked about him a handful of times.
Try
We
and
could.
call him on the phone.
It'd be neat.
Call him on the dead phone.
So 1854, he had disproved some other woo-woo shit as not, or he had disproved something called table turning as involuntary muscle movements.
Gotcha.
So he was already on the involuntary muscle movement train.
Yeah.
He has different opinions about rods. He said, "It is evident to my eyes that the cause of the movement of the wand does not belong to the physical world, but to the moral world. I think that, in most cases in hand, in which the wand is held by an honest man who has faith in it, that the movement is the consequence of an act of the mind of that man."
Interesting.
So it is using the power of that guy
Yeah.
and his faith in it to turn and give answers.
Yeah.
It does not have to do with the person's
Muscles
physical
being.
holding the
rods.
rod.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty damn neat.
Yeah.
So while a lot of this was happening in Europe, Charles Latimer was enjoying a very peaceful existence here in the U.S., using forked twigs, prospecting for water, oil, and all sorts of other mineral deposits.
Yeah.
To the point where the Civil Engineers Club of the Northwest wrote an essay on the divining rod, which was later published in 1876 with additional notes.
That's cool.
That he decide. I haven't read his paper to
Right.
decide whether or not he's talking out of his ass.
Right.
But he says that he proved the operation of the wand depends on electrical currents transmitted from the ground through the body, inducing a magnetic field between the rod and the ground.
That only matters if the rod is made out of magnetic metal.
Right. It doesn't
Doesn't work for sticks
doesn't work for sticks.
or copper.
Yeah. So, but people are
I mean,
people are
cool.
talking about it, and people are being super chill about it here in the U.S. While Europe is pointing fingers,
up
going,
in arms. They're screaming,
the devil.
witch! And people in the U.S. are like, if I balance this stick on my finger,
I can
It
get
will-
rich.
it will point me in the direction of gold.
I'll find
And
oil.
the oil.
Yeah.
And
I'll find oil.
all.
What year?
1890 something.
1876.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oil.
Oil.
I enunciated every letter in that word just for you, listeners.
Oil.
Oil. Oil.
Oil. R.W. Raymond in 1883.
Raymond W. Raymond.
Yeah, Raymond W. Raymond.
Raymond.
Yep. So he's stating that the authority of divining rods has shrunk. It belongs in like the useless pile of junk. He's like,
Raymond. I'm sorry I gave you a fun name.
um,
You're a bad man.
Wrongmund.
it is nothing unless held in skillful hands. Whoever has the skill may dispense with the rod. It belongs with the magic pendulum and planchette among the toys of children.
Sarah's unhappy.
R.W. Raymond.
Uh,
if you were alive
We'd have
on site,
We'd have words.
I'd beat you up.
He does say that if people are going to do scientific studies on these
Sticks.
sticks, it better not be geology or hydroscopy or any sort of science that has to do with ores or water. It should be psychology and biology. Why the fuck do people believe in this?
I hate this.
And how are they doing it?
You're never getting a fun name again.
Yeah. So he's a party pooper in 1883.
Ew.
Let me see if I can close it.
Do you know what R.W. Raymond stands for? No. I do. Are you ready? Really wrong Raymond.
Really
Wrong Raymond.
Okay, we're going to get into our last person. W.F. Barrett. He's a professor of physics in the Royal College of Science for Ireland. He was also a member of the Society for Cyclical Research. Psychical research.
You'll get it right eventually.
One
on the
day.
first try.
One day I'll say it right.
Yeah.
He concluded that it is unconscious, muscular,
Nope.
like reactions due to the subconscious of the user, and that they're incredibly prone to suggestion.
My thing with that is like, especially when it comes to finding water.
You don't know where the water is.
How the fuck do they know where the water is?
Yeah.
To be able to like accidentally point themselves in the right direction.
So in a few minutes, I am going to talk about one more modern person. I did not look too much into him because he's a big fucking party pooper.
Okay.
But
Boo.
yeah, so I didn't look too much into him. I have his name and I have.
His address?
I
So
wish.
Sarah can fight him.
No, he's dead.
I just want to talk. Where's he buried? I just want to talk.
Is he resting
We
fitfully?
can find it. We can make sure he rests fitfully.
Go jump up and down on his grave.
With our
Find his
dowsing
grave
rods.
with our dowsing rods
Yeah.
and then jump up and down on it.
But he does suggest that in a number of cases that it's not necessarily the result of the unconscious muscle movements are not from suggestion, but rather clairvoyance. So you are...
So I don't believe
You're-
that these sticks are psychic. I believe that you're psychic.
Yeah, I believe you're psychic and you are creating the answer with the sticks.
That's stupid.
I don't know, dude.
Like, fine. It's such a weird thing to be like, no, I'm going to debunk your fun woo-woo shit by saying, no, it's different woo-woo shit.
It's
It can't
different
be the
woo-woo
thing
shit.
you want it to be. It has to be this.
Yeah.
If you're
I don't know.
already going to be vibing with the woo-woo shit, just be like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. I think I agree with that, where it's like, I don't think the sticks have anything to do with it. I think the sticks are a tool that help you channel your weird shit to find an answer.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like that's such a like cop out of like it's not the woo-woo thing that you think it is. It's a different woo-woo thing.
Yeah.
2 + 2 still equals fucking 2. It's a
Right.
it's a weird tool.
It's a weird tool. I
Yeah.
agree.
2 + 2 does not equal 2. It equals 4. I just said 2 + 2 still equals 2. I meant 1 + 1 still equals 2.
We got there. It's okay. We're tired.
I'm
So-
EP.
We're gonna get into the method real quick.
Method.
So some people go into like a psychic state. Like they
Trance.
trance. Sometimes they have like hysteria.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Which whenever people do like enter those like heightened states like that, once they come out of those states, they cannot repeat finding whatever object, which is interesting.
Almost like
And
where's the tool? I forgot that they wiggle.
So in these cases, if they're using like a forked twig, there have been some instances where the twig has not only just twisted, but has twisted to the point of snapping.
Yeah, I was gonna say it breaks.
So if you have a forked implement, you hold so the butt end of the stick is up. I have pictures. They're going to be on
Yeah.
on the
gram.
interwebs.
And the book.
I can also put them on the screen.
Yeah. And so when carried over a place that has water or minerals, it'll either like the butt end will either be attracted down, or it'll twirl. It'll twist. A straight implement, so like one stick, especially wood. You hold the stick on the small end, and the bigger end is further away from you.
Yeah.
And you allow the butt to kind of bob up and down. The number of bobs is the indication of how deep water or whatever you're looking for is. 2 straight implements held at the base. You have to allow them to be able to turn. And typically crossing is a positive result, and not crossing is a negative.
So like, I'm gonna make them do it.
Yeah.
Positive. Anything else?
Anything else is negative.
Negative.
Oh man, I got rid of his name.
As you can see, they are hard to control and like intentionally make do stuff. You have to like
You have to like use your
grab
very
the
very
thumbs,
clearly
or you
manipulate
have to, like,
them.
Hold the bottom, and even then, like they.
We've
can
never
still
tried it with like
swizzle.
wooden sticks though.
We've
never
only
tried
ever
it.
used the like.
Metal, and they're clearly wanting to beat us up tonight.
Yeah, they're trying to hit me in the eyeball. We have only ever used the like metal design.
I mean, we also aren't really able to hold them and then be seen the way they're supposed to be held.
Yeah, this is.
'Cause
Oh,
normally
okay.
you'd hold them lower down and away from your face, and so if they spun, you're not going to get.
Yeah,
smacked.
usually you hold them like at a comfortable arm's length,
With your
elbows
your,
in,
your elbows
Elbows
like
in.
kind of to
Touch-
your sides.
tucked in.
Yeah, you tuck your elbows, hold your
Straight out.
like you're doing a duel with guns, except with your elbows tucked.
So the guy that I was talking about earlier, his name is James Randi. He died in 2020.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Relatively recently.
So he lived 1928 to 2020.
That's a long time.
He's an old man.
Man was 92.
He was called the Amazing Randy, and was a
The
famous
magician.
Yeah, he was a famous debunker of like weird shit. And so he had
I hate this man.
yeah.
I was like, wait, like the Amazing Randy, the Amazing Randy?
Correct.
Of course, you hate this man. You have beef with everyone.
I've never met him, but like, no, he's like a Houdini, but like,
Shitty.
but he's like he's like the modern Houdini, but bad because he's like, oh, I'm not going to debunk frauds necessarily. It's like, no, I'm going to tell you that your thing that you do that is cool is a lie.
Yeah. He did offer $1 million to anybody who could demonstrate a supernatural ability under scientific testing criteria agreed to by both sides. And many people have tried. Nobody ever got it. He never gave that money to anybody. And very specifically, people who were water witchers tried and failed and did not. Were not successful in locating a cup of water.
You said James Randi, and I was like, I know that name. Why do I know that name?
Yeah. And so one other fun thing that I found while looking for information was a gun forum. It is an AR-15 forum that was having, up until like 24 hours before I looked at it, active conversation about dowsing rods, going back and forth, being like, no, I promise it's real. I do it. My uncle does it. We all do it. And other people being like, you're full of shit.
Right.
Like, still actively arguing about it,
Right.
which I thought was crazy, especially for it to be happening on a AR-15 gun forum online.
You know that those are just Southerners,
Yeah.
right? Who live
You know,
in the woods.
so I
The people who are Baptist and also witches.
yeah, you know, I took some screenshots of some of my
Screenshots.
favorite ones. Including, tell me you've never owned a cotton farm in West Texas without telling me you've never owned a cotton farm in West Texas. You know?
Yeah, I wonder because I was like, like West Texas. I feel like Appalachia, like those are the places where like this kind of folk magic is
people with oil and mining backgrounds.
Yeah.
Still,
Well, and also like West Texas, like it
Looking
doesn't.
for
There's no
water.
fucking water there.
Yeah.
For
Like
irrigation.
everything is irrigated. Like everything is, and it's all the above ground, like wheel
Yeah.
irrigation systems out there because it has to be. That's the only choice you have.
Yes,
So
your
like
only
digging a
choice.
well is a big deal. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking surprised that it's like, tell me you've never owned a cotton farm in West Texas without telling me you've never owned a cotton farm in West Texas.
Mm-hmm. But like, some guys are like, yeah, I was able to like witch for like the wires that I have buried in the backyard and found them.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of people being like, yeah, I didn't believe it until I tried it, or like saw somebody do it and was shocked.
Yeah.
But there are still a bunch of people being like, this is bullshit. Another favorite was idiots with sticks. Deal with them every day. I was like, damn, brother. This one also was good. Somebody goes, I thought it was BS until I tried it. It worked. Literally just 2 bent rods. And then somebody replied to that one and said, do you manifest wealth and women too? And I was like, what's happening? What's happening on this forum? People were using clothes hangers.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the clothes hanger guy was like, I was looking for like my water pipes in my backyard, and I was digging around for days trying to figure out where these pipes were. His buddy was like, hey, you should try this. Found it 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
God damn.
That was crazy.
Forked stick, bent wires, finding pipes. My great uncle was a dowser. My parents drilled several wells in the first years after building the house that he grew up in. All of those whales. Yeah, all of those wells failed. His great uncle came to the house and dowsed, and they're still using that well 50 years later. So like all sorts of fun, interesting stories. Again, not a site that I would be like, yeah, they're actively talking about like weird witchy shit and like weird.
This to me, because the way that we use it, like as a paranormal tool, is such a different
Yeah.
thing than this. Like, I mean, this is paranormal, but like as a like talking to ghosts tool is such a different thing. This is like peak Southern,
It's
Appalachian folk magic.
yeah,
Like
it's peak
it's
folk magic.
peak. I know it's ancient, but it is truly like that's why when you were like, we're gonna do a time jump, I was like, to prospectors
Yeah.
and oil drilling.
You know, there's definitely more history that like I didn't cover, but
That's okay.
There's only
this
so
is
much you can
this
do.
is the older history before it branches off insanely.
Right.
To like, well, this little town does it this way, and this little town does
Right.
it this way.
Right.
But that's all I've got for you on dowsing rods.
We don't have how they're used for paranormal.
We have positive. We have the
positive,
two
negative.
sticks.
Okay.
Positive and negative.
Okay, yeah. That's how we use them.
That's how
it's
we
usually
use
It's
them.
like a yes no.
Yes, no. Yes, no, maybe. Because you can do, or yes, no, I don't know. Because you can do crossed is yes, straight out is like I don't know or maybe, and then like out is no.
Yeah.
Is what we've done. We've also done it where that is no because it's an X.
Yeah.
But it's usually user's choice. You just have to identify.
You have to say what the rules are when
Yeah.
you're using them
It's
for
just
ghosts.
like any yes no like identifier thing that you're using. You have to say this is yes and this is no,
Right.
and then they can manipulate from there.
That's so cool.
Isn't it neat?
I knew it was old as hell.
I didn't think I knew it was old. I don't think I realized how old, and not just how old, but how prevalent in like
The people.
the religious spaces it was.
Mm-hmm.
There's gotta be some cuneiform tablets about dowsing
There's gotta be.
that using sticks to find stuff.
Yeah. There's gotta be.
There's gotta
As long as there's been
be.
sticks
There's
and
been
hands to
people-
hold them.
There's been people.
There's been people using them for weird shit.
I would be intrigued to attempt the wooden stick version just to see a twisty stick
Yeah.
happen. Because I think that
I don't think that would work as a paranormal tool. That's truly
Oh,
like old school
no,
dowsing.
no. I would want to
Like
just
water witching or
go
whatever.
attempt water dowsing.
Yeah.
Not for paranormal use, but like
Yeah.
it is it's interesting also because like we have effectively used that tool in a paranormal sphere. Like we've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have used it and we've used it successfully.
Yeah.
So it's not one of those things where it's like though this is a tool we've never used. It's like no, we have successfully all of
Right.
us have
You know, and
successfully doused.
They're incredibly intuitive.
Yeah, they're super easy to use.
Like
Like again, like I'm sitting here just like
fucking with them.
one of the things that I remember when we used them in Kristen's office, I keep accidentally tapping my mic, was we're doing like Estes method level shit
We were
Yeah.
where like we weren't earmuffed,
no.
but we were closing our eyes.
Yeah.
So like if we were manipulating them, right? Like if you're holding them correctly, I'm just going to do one. If you're holding it correctly, you cannot tell where it's pointing.
Yeah.
You can feel it moving, but you can't tell where it's pointing.
Yeah. And so closing
So
your
if you
eyes
close
is a
your
good double
eyes,
blind.
I cannot intentionally manipulate this to go the way that I want it to because I can't tell which way it's going.
Yeah.
I know it's moving right now, but I don't know where it's pointing. Jesus Christ.
I was like, it was coming to smack you in the face.
Yeah, it
I-
did point
at
you.
me.
It
Yeah, and
swung
so
at
like
you.
we were fucking around with them sitting on the floor in Kristen's office. And Mr. Haney, who I guarantee does not listen to our podcast.
No.
If you do, hi Adam.
Hi.
I'll probably see him next week. I could ask him.
Do you listen to our podcast?
Do you listen?
You got a shout out an episode that's coming out.
D.A.
in a couple
Haney,
weeks.
do you listen to us?
And he, I was sitting on the floor. I remember because I was sitting on the floor fucking with him, and y'all were asking questions, and he was like,
What?
"Well, yeah, but you're just like because he's an
Such a
atheist.
skeptic.
He's the kind of atheist who doesn't believe in anything.
Yeah.
And so he was like, "Well, yeah, you're obviously just like doing it."
Mhm.
And I was like, "I cannot see where it is pointing. I cannot tell where it is pointing." And I think he took one and closed his eyes and held it and was like, "Oh, I guess you can't. You're still doing it though." And I was like, "Haney, go to your office." I learned so much. I didn't know. Like again,
I didn't know any of that history. That was great.
when you were like, "Guess," I was like, "Mesopotamia," because I was like, "Fucking of course it's Mesopotamia."
Yeah.
This kind of shit.
Of course it would be. I didn't find anything.
Gilgamesh himself.
That doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Gargamel.
No.
I know. I know.
Did you the shit that you talked about was pre-Noah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
That the Bible is happening. You know, Babylon is Mesopotamia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Well, I guess that was.
You talked about Babylon.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mesopotamia.
Who was it? It was.
It's in Numbers.
Yeah. It was in Ezekiel. The king of Babylon using arrows to
King
divine.
of Babylon.
Yeah.
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia.
The land between the rivers.
There they are.
There they are. There's the Mesopotamians.
Yep.
They
The
invented
Mesopotamians who
D&D.
invented D&D. That's a throwback to episode 2. Yeah, I learned so many things. That's
I'm glad.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
I did truly. I was like, wow, this is a lot more than I was like. You were going through history, and I was like, how are we? How much more? I don't know. Like, and I say that as somebody that often has a lot of history chunks, but I was like, man, we're not like moving. We're not progressing.
Yeah,
in
we're not
large
moving
chunks.
very
We're not-
much.
Yeah.
I was like, you're moving like 2 years at a time. Like what?
And even then, it's like, and these guys overlap,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
You know,
Is you did a-
I thought it was super fun
No, you
history.
did a
I
great
really
job.
enjoyed that.
It was very fun. Good history.
It was a good dig. I like
And if
that.
you ever, and now that we own them, we can do experiments.
they
showing-
can get added to the experiment tree.
and-
I immediately had a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we do an Estes method. Whoever's in the Estes
Also
things.
holds the dowsing rods.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun.
I think that'd be great.
it could be like antennas.
You hold them up here.
Hold them up, and the
that'll
aliens come and like touch
And
them.
it'll squish your headphones further onto your ears.
you
Therefore,
squish 'em- you squish them with your ears. We put a camera up high. We get a Ring doorbell for the room.
We turn your camera sideways.
up, up, up.
Yeah. And then we do like this, and I go, talk to me.
And then 10 minutes later, Sarah can't feel her arms.
like the little boy in Elio from Elio.
Like the little boy in Elio, the
Elio.
titular character.
Titular character Elio.
All right, that's great. I think that I have sufficiently patinaed this copper with my sweaty, sweaty hands.
Excellent.
Good. It'll be green.
Yeah, they're very warm.
We can pickle them.
Gross.
That's how you stop. That's how you clean it.
I
We
know,
could-
but the
or
way you
we could
said
wax them.
We could wax them.
just the way you said it was like, we can pickle them. And I was like, you want to pickle
Delicious.
Sarah's sweat? Yucky.
No,
Well-
we could pickle the copper.
Pickle the copper.
Wash the sweat off the copper.
Pickle
the copper.
Listen, I just the wording was funny. Okay, let me enjoy the wording. Is that all we need to know?
I think that's all we need to know about dowsing. At least the history dowsing.
Uh huh.
We'll see what shit we get into with them.
We'll see what shit we get into with them.
We'll see what shit we get into next week. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is for weirdos.
Are you a weirdo?
Thursdays are for the phenomena.